tried to go to confession today because I like to go, but the line was so long that they cut off before I got to the front next week, I guess. After they had confession, they had mass, so I went to mass too. Everything was fine and dandy. I sat towards the front because it's a pretty church and I want to see everything at the pretty church. But then something happened. Why does the attractive person have to come and sit right there? He sat down in his gorgeousness about a few pews away, and all throughout mass I was like, no, no, no. It's so distracting. And then the rest of the day I'm reminding myself why I'm busy getting my life together and don't have time for that. Despite coming to that conclusion, my heart's still going, ah! He dressed perfectly to mass. He didn't clap when everybody started clapping for some random event, though he was not close enough for the sign of peace. I'm not a big fan of that anyways. I've seen him a few times before and that's okay. It's just like in passing you're like, whoa, who's that? But when they sit there for a whole hour right in your viewpoint while you're trying to focus on something else, it's pretty tough. To further get my mind off of it after mass, there were some plays going on campus, so I went to them. They were 2 short one-acts, and I enjoyed them very much. And they helped me just chill out. And while I was sitting there watching this play, I reminded myself why inner peace is so important. Why detachment is so important. Because that detachment from things that could disturb my inner peace is what keeps me alive. You are what you love, and if you rely so heavily on the passing things of this life, what are you but dead? So today I pushed away those thoughts, and honestly, once I really felt like I had left them behind, I felt pretty good. And after everything, I'm just beaming. Because I felt I was back where I started at the beginning of the day before all this happened. Felt that peace again. And as for me, that's exactly what I need right now. Still haven't done my laundry, so I'm wearing this formal blouse for the day. At one point in the day, I was sitting down and my friend noticed that the bottom button of my blouse had slipped out, and then we made this whole modesty satire thing. Men caused to sin because woman's button won't stay buttoned. Witnesses say, well, we'll pray for her, you know. As it says, they do not know what they do. After our exclusive interview with the woman, here's what she had to say. I mean, I can't help it. It's not my fault if they sin. It's not my fault if they sin. I almost fell out of my chair. Ever since the bottom button of her blouse slipped out, she's been secretly referred to as Midriff Girl, Belly Button Belle, Navel Nina, and that girl with her belly showing. Bernadette Billy Joe Seeger says, I mean, hopefully one day she'll see that her outfits are flawed. Long story short, I learned to watch my buttons more carefully. I guess it's time to recommend a movie. I actually have movies hanging up. I actually have movies on my wall, not my Facebook, literally on my wall. So I'll go bring one down for you. You guys are gonna discover that I'm actually just wearing sports shorts with a nice shirt. This is not safe. Oh my goodness. I am so sorry. Really so sorry. That button. Alright! This is called High Society, and I think it's got Bing Crosby again, Grace Kelly again, and Frank Sinatra. The rich are generally different, but in matters of the heart, they're just as scatterbrained as the rest of us. She's just like divorced, and she's about to get married again, but then there's this other guy she kind of likes, but then she actually wants to go back to her ex-husband. It's like really messed up. But it's like a musical reinvention of the Philadelphia Story, if you've ever seen that. And if you've ever heard the song, while I give to you and you give to me, love forever true. I like that song because it says, for you and I have a guardian angel on high with nothing to do. That song went like gold or something. Oh, also Louis Armstrong is in this movie and he plays a pretty major character. Hilarious! I think my favorite line is when Grace Kelly asks Frank Sinatra, oh, and how was your childhood? And he goes, oh, it was screams. And she goes, oh, I'm so glad. And he goes, I didn't mean it that way. And she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. This is going back up on my wall now. That's all I got for you today, guys, unless you want me to push you to start having a daily constant in your life, like start doing 5 push-ups a day. Just 5. Just start at 5. In the summer, I started at 5, and now you know what I got up to? 55 in one set. And just having that constant in my life is really awesome. Like, no matter what falls apart during the day, I still have that. Even Mary knew a daily constant was important. That's why she's like, pray the rosary every day. It'll help your life. She's not kidding. Bye, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow.